once again to discuss things.
It makes me feel stupid. My bad. Anyway, you ready to go ahead and get started?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Alright. Hi, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Geeky Gentlemen. I am Sid Partu. Joining me today is Rasco's Modern Life.
Hello, everybody.
Indeed. Hello, everybody. Indeed. So this week we're continuing our series on fan films. We took a week off because otherwise this would have been our 300th episode of Geeky Gentlemen, and we had to review 300 for the 300th episode of Geeky Gentlemen. I mean, just right? It makes sense, right?
Yeah.
Anyway, so we took a week off from fan film reviews, but we are back and we are talking about a fan series this time, actually. And that fan series is what, Rasco?
Adult Wednesday Addams.
Indeed it is. So let me just start this off. We'll kind of talk generally before we get to the fan film itself. I think that'd be a good way to go about it. Rasco, Addams Family or Monsters?
Addams Family.
Yeah, me too. Those things, like, that happens a lot in Hollywood where you'll have, like, one studio will put out something and then another studio will take the same general idea and put out like something very similar.
White House down and Olympus has fallen.
Yes, exactly. To the point where you don't even realize those are two different things, right?
Yeah.
So that happens a lot, and this is like the Addams Family and the Munsters is one of the earliest examples of that. And I just always liked Addams Family more. I don't know, you're probably too young for it. Did you ever watch the new Addams Family, the television series?
No, I didn't. No.
Okay, and I never watched too much of the original show, but I just like the concept, and I love the movies we got in the 90s. For anyone that's interested, the new Addams Family, as of right now, is on YouTube in its entirety, and that is more based off the movies. I don't know. I have complicated feelings about that show. Mostly nostalgia driven, but whatever. We're not here to talk about all that stuff. But yeah, I really like Addams Family. I don't know. Are you like... You've probably seen the movies and that's about it, I imagine?
I've seen the movies and I've actually seen like a few episodes of the original show.
Okay. Yeah, I've seen a couple episodes of the original show and it's really clever, but it never quite played for me in the way the new Addams Family show did, but again, I think that's mostly nostalgia. But I really do like the movies. I watched those a couple months back again, and God, they're fantastic. I think the Addams Family, just in general, is a really, really clever deconstruction and parody satire of the, nuclear family idea, and they just have a lot of fun with that. So I really do quite enjoy the Addams Family. And so when I found this, I was like, oh god, this sounds either like it's going to be amazing or terrible. And I think it's amazing. What do you think of Adult Wednesday Addams?
Yeah, okay, so like this compared to a lot of things we've seen. So like, when like this week or like this Friday, we're going to have a movie coming out. Well, I don't know when by the time this video goes up, this movie will already have been out, but this movie Lights Out that's about to come out. That's based off of a short film called Lights Out, and like it's pretty much like the premise of the short film is like it's just a very simple concept, and they've taken that concept and they're making a movie out of it. Mm-hmm. This fan film, more so than any other fan film, or this fan series, more so than any other thing that we reviewed so far, would be a perfect thing to like pitch to a studio and have like a cable TV show made out of it.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. This has just got so much potential, and I would love to watch this to death. And I mean, you can kind of tell just how good it is by the fact that she was shut down, right?
Yeah.
That's the thing that amazes me about this, because I assume you watch like the vlog parts at the end of both episodes. Yeah. So, like, for those that don't know, she was making this series, and she got through 2 seasons. and then she got basically like a cease and desist. To the point where the studios that own the rights to the Addams Family don't want her making stuff called Adult Wednesday Addams. And at certain points, I can kind of see where they're kind of sort of justified in that, given some of the subject matter she approached with this.
Yeah.
But at the same time, this was so well done overall that I cannot believe they shut her down and didn't at least, run with it.
Oh, yeah.
Like, even if they screwed her over and, like, not let her do it, why didn't they just run with this series? It was so brilliant.
Yeah, no, like, I mean, it's really funny, and, like, it's just one of those things where it's, like, ripe for, like, narrative potential in a lot of, like, funny ways. So, like, I love the idea of, like, she has roommates. If this was like an ongoing series, I love like the idea of like you get to see Wednesday Addams with roommates, then have a boyfriend, but then also be like this like kind of like this figure that has like all these interns working under her, and she's kind of like this like role model for these interns and stuff like that. Like all of that would be perfect for a television series, right?
Yes, oh my god, like every single episode adds so much potential to this show, and just like, even from the get-go, just the name of it is what grabbed me. Just Adult Wednesday Addams. And it sounds like at first, oh, that'll be a funny little sketch or whatever. But then just everything that she does with this, how she keeps on pushing the boundaries and going further and further into it, is just hysterical. Yeah, and it leaves so much room to be explored and go further and further, and it's a shame it gets shut down. Anyway, when I was saying that, like, I can see why they maybe didn't want her to keep doing these, is because of some of the subject matter she was approaching.
Yeah, but...
Yeah, like, particularly the abortion thing.
Yeah, that was my favorite one, though. Like, that's the thing, like...
Yeah, it was really funny.
That's what you would want an Adult Wednesday Addams show to be about, right?
Wednesday Addams getting an abortion? Not necessarily.
Well, like, that's what I would want. Like, I would want it to go there in some episodes. Like, not every episode obviously has to be like that, but I would, like, that's funny at least. I don't know.
No, I agree. It would be really funny to see her pushing that. And, like, that's the thing is, I can see why a studio wouldn't want to touch that. We don't get many comedies about abortion, right?
Yeah.
We don't... and it's not just that. She also did the cat collar thing, which is just one of those things that people kind of pretend don't exist or whatever.
Yeah.
So there's a little bit of not a hard political edge, but there's a slight political edge to this at times that I think is why the studios freaked out and shut it down, because they didn't want that perception of the character out there. I think after Wednesday Addams took over a summer camp in Indian garb as revenge for the crimes committed against the Native Americans, I think once that happened in an official studio blockbuster, we were kind of already past that point, but whatever. I don't know. Like, I can see why they did that, though. I don't agree with it, but I understand the thought process, I guess. But at the same time, it's so fucking funny. You know, if Satan's slipping me a plan B, then he's lost his edge. That's fucking hysterical. Oh, yeah. And you're right, though. Just everything about this, all the characters that they add and that they keep building on, just shows that it has so much potential to keep going and going, and it's a shame that it gets shut down.
Yeah.
All right, you bring up something then.
I guess just talking about this. So I'm not familiar if the woman who was playing Wednesday Addams, I don't know, did she write this?
Yeah, she Melissa Hunter, she wrote and starred in each episode. So
obviously she obviously it's just one of those things where it's like she knew that she could do the role, and then like she got probably is like a huge Addams Family fan, so like it all feels very like legit. Like it feels like she's like fairly consistent in her portrayal, which I mean like doesn't seem like it would be a hard thing necessarily, but coming up with things that are very Wednesday Addams that's really funny. And so like I said, it's one of those things where you can just put her in like so many different scenarios, and it just will inherently be somewhat funny no matter what's going on. But like, I love, um, like here's just an example, like one of the small things that I really like. The episode where it was it the boss's like fiance or wife or girlfriend or something comes in.
Oh, it was the reality star.
Yeah, okay. And she's trying to get her to leave, and then the interns in the end are like the ones that dump the blood all over her. And then like there's that little like post credits thing where the guy's like, "You're crazy, Wednesday, but I love you," or whatever he says. Like that, like that would be. I can just imagine episodes of this if this were a television series. Like imagine episodes of like you have a whole episode of just like her at work, and like those intern characters would like be recurring people that keep showing up because they're a bunch of like young impressionable people that are like below on the food chain this woman who's like a sociopath, and then like they're like working for her. And I don't know, like it just like, and there was also the episode where she's babysitting, and I thought it was funny how like she, by talking about all of this horrible stuff, typically it's like she teaches people lessons through horrible things.
Yeah, it is the most like cynical, nihilistic thing that you can, you know, just your mother, like my mommy says I'm special. Your mother exaggerates.
Yeah.
And like, no, you don't matter. Nothing you do is consequential in the slightest. You will leave this world as a meaningless speck of dust. Like, it's just so... Like, I tweeted about this when I first saw it, and I was like, oh my god, I want to marry adult Wednesday Addams. It's just so damn, like, cold-hearted and funny to me that just... That true dark cynicism just cracks me the hell up. It's just up my line of comedy. Sense of humor or whatever. Just up my alley. There's the phrase. And yeah, and like also what I really like about it is it's not just, you know, okay, it's the caricature of adult Wednesday Addams and then it's put in all these things. It's written like the Addams Family, just a little bit more adult than family friendly, because you know, you go watch the movies, and I'm going to pull examples from the new Addams Family just because I just watched a couple episodes last night since I found it. The cops bring Wednesday and Dudley home. Dudley. Shit, what's his name? Fuck. Something. Whatever. Her brother, that doesn't really ever matter. The cops bring them home for, you know, setting someone's house on fire on Halloween. And the cop tells Gomez, he's like, you don't be careful and these kids are gonna end up in fucking whatever he names, like the local youth juvenile center or whatever. And Gomez cracks back real quick, oh, Fester's old alma mater. And I'm like, that's really funny. And there's lines like that really quick, like, oh, a prison for children is a school for them. I really like that. And there are lines like that in here. And I can't think of one, and that's gonna bother me. Oh, okay, it's like, when she goes on the Tinder date or whatever.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, I thought you were one of those suicide girls. And she's like, I'm not that kind of girl. I never commit suicide on a first date, but I do carry razor blades for emergencies. That's really fucking funny. And it's just that same style of humor, but carried over and much more adult about it, because it doesn't have to be family friendly since it's a web series.
Yeah, that was another example of that would be like in the abortion one, where the guy's like, are you going in there to have your unborn child murdered? And she's like, well, I wasn't planning on it today, or something like that.
But it is my day off,
yeah, something like that. Like, that was really funny. That episode was funny too, because the guy playing like the anti-abortion guy, like he had this one really funny line where she said something about like chairs in hell, and then he's like, there are no chairs in hell. Satan took them away because it makes it less pleasant, or something like that.
yeah,
Really
it's standing.
funny.
It's more uncomfortable.
Yeah.
That was really good too. And there are just a lot of lines like that. It's really smartly written and really, really snappy, and that's what makes it so much fun to watch, even though it gets like really, really out there at times. I guess my thing with this, I'm trying to think of something vaguely negative to say, and besides some of the actors not being great, I don't have much. And even then, I think a lot of the actors in this are better than a lot of the actors we've seen in other fan films.
No, yeah, there are. Like the two in the catcalling one, the two guys, like the two douchebags.
Mm-hmm.
Those guys were very good douchebag actors.
Yeah. And like the really mean-looking prison motherfuckers looked fucking intimidating as shit.
Yeah,
and
so like,
really
he's a
helped it
breather,
work.
and he's just like, like that one guy's just breathing really fucking weird.
Yeah, exactly. That was really funny. Man, I really like this. This is just like the actors. They're not like, besides Melissa Hunter, and she is absolutely fantastic. I don't think any of the actors in here are amazing, but they're still nowhere near like unwatchable or anything like that. They're really, they're serviceable to great depending on the episode.
Yeah, no, I mean it's also because they're so short, it makes it a lot easier to like some of the performances from some of the other actors, and it wouldn't necessarily work in like a full episode, like a 40-minute episode or something like that, but they work perfectly in like a really short thing like this where they're just all very short. It works for that in a way that it wouldn't necessarily work if it was an elongated medium, but I don't think that like that's a reason why it shouldn't be. I think that like you obviously would just maybe tone down some of the other performances, and Wednesday Addams can say the exact same. If it were like a full episodic series that was going to be on like a cable news, or not cable news, but if it was going to be on like TV.
Cut this right in between
Put it
speeches
right on
from the
Fox.
president. Yep. Oh, this would play amazingly on Fox.
Yeah. Right after Bill O'Reilly is what Wednesday Addams. We'll do it live!
Bill, I don't think you understand. You're completely inconsequential. Nothing you do will ever matter.
That needs to be an episode, right?
Oh my god, I would kill for that, to see her. Like, it's weird because, yeah, she mentions it, I think, in the very last, like, vlog where she says she's been shut down. She mentions the NBC thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I watched that, and there's kind of like a Bill O'Reilly, Nancy Grace character in that little pilot that she did. Problem with the pilot is it's pretty much just trying to use a lot of the same ideas from adult Wednesday Addams, but with just another, societal outsider kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a child raised by wolves, but then comes back to society is the idea. And so there's an episode where she's trying to get an apartment or whatever. There's an episode where there's a section where she's trying to get an apartment. There's a section where she like comes across a dog walker. And then, so it's a lot of the same ideas are going on there, and that's kind of, I don't know what the intent behind that was, to try to recapture the humor of adult Wednesday Addams. I don't know. I thought that was kind of a weird choice, though. It's so frustrating. I don't understand why they had to shut this down. That's so annoying to me. Because I love this to death, and I want to say, oh, I can't wait to see more, but there's not going to be any more.
Yeah, it's one of those things where, like, it's irritating because, like, I just feel like if it was bad, it wouldn't have been shut down.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's just unfair to fan films. Like, when they get good, they're just told to stop being around.
Yeah.
And that's just not fair to anything, and that pisses me off. And, like, this is one of those situations where I'm like, what the fuck have you been doing with the Addams Family license for the last 10 to 15 years?
Oh, reboot in the works! I bet, there's probably a reboot in the works.
Probably, but I mean, unless you're gonna get fucking Poe Dameron to play Gomez Addams, I really don't... Dude, have you seen him in Sucker Punch?
Yeah, actually, yeah.
Yeah, he totally looks like Gomez Addams.
That's funny. As soon as you said that, I immediately put two and two together, and it makes sense, yeah.
Yeah. So unless he's gonna be Gomez Addams, I really don't need another Addams Family movie. I just want this. This is better than anything we've gotten because we haven't gotten much in, decades now. And it's like, come on, what are you doing? It's like, I hate when the studios or creators, depending, on the situation, try to keep it to themselves. I'm like, you have fans. These people love what you have made, and they want to show their love by doing it themselves. And you're all like, no, fuck you. You can't have this. This is ours.
Yeah.
It bugs the crap out of me. I don't know, what the situation was. Maybe she was getting ad revenue from the show or something. And they certainly have a right to claim the ad revenue money. But to just shut it down like this, it's disappointing. You got anything else you want to talk about with this series?
Not really. It's kind of weird because it's like the opposite of the last one we did. The last one of these reviews we did, because it's like,
yeah, we don't have much bad to say.
Yeah,
it's
there wasn't a lot good to say about that one. And this one, it's like kind of hard to nitpick it because it's what it is. It's exactly what it nails what it's trying to do.
Yeah. All right, let's go with this. You've already mentioned your favorite episodes, the abortion protester guy. I think mine is... It's hard to say. I think mine's the one night stand, just because it has my favorite line in the whole series, which is, he wakes up, I thought you were a ghost. Oh, you're sweet. I really like that. That was really fucking funny.
Yeah.
So that one's probably my favorite episode. What's your least favorite in this? One that just didn't really work for you?
Perhaps either the flea market one, just because one of the actresses in that one was probably one of the worst of any of the side characters.
Oh, you talking about the girl behind the counter?
Yeah,
or whatever?
that actress was way.
She's in the Wolf Girl show.
Oh God. Well,
I have a feeling they're friends.
No, I'm sorry if the person who made this watches this, and I'm sorry if that was your friend.
I don't know if the X-Men fan film watched it. When I left the link for them, I told them that we were not kind. I was like, we didn't have fair warning. It's not very positive. Hope you don't take it personally. That was the comment I left.
You should have just not told them. You should have just did
No. If you're doing something on fan films, the people have a right to know that it exists. That's my thinking, at least. No, but yeah, the flea market one. I don't know. For me, I like the cat color one in places, but just something about it. I guess it just doesn't go far enough for Wednesday Addams,
Yeah. Wait, by the way, the one with the dog shit, I'm pretty sure the bitchy woman in that one, you know what I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure that is Zoe, or that's Jamie Lynn Spears.
Oh, really?
I'm pretty sure that's who that is.
That's funny if that's true. I didn't realize that's one hell of a career turn for her.
Well, yeah.
That can't be true.
It is, because Zoe 101 ended because Jamie Lynn Spears got pregnant.
Yeah.
And then her career was just kind of over, I thought, for a while.
Adult Wednesday Addams, that was season 1, right?
Yeah.
Okay, let's see what I can find here. I really like the date. Let's see here. Jamie Lynn Spears, huh? Okay, let's get to the credits of the Jamie Lynn Spears one and look this up. Just what I was saying about the cat color thing. I didn't think it was bad. I just thought it was it just didn't go far enough for Wednesday Addams. Because, I don't know, she set wolves on the cat, or the dog lady. Guest starring Jessica Lowe. It's not Jamie Lynn Spears.
No, it looked like her.
Well, then she's got a lucrative career in doing Jamie Lynn Spears faking photo shoots or something. I don't know. Whatever you call that. Lookalikes. There we go.
You can play her in like a autobiography. I mean, in a biopic.
The Jamie Lynn Spears story. I think she's a little too old to play Jamie Lynn Spears in a Jamie Lynn Spears biopic.
Well, she can play her in like the non-interesting part of her like career, like post her acting career, a biopic about after her acting career.
I suppose so. Yeah, I don't know. I just like she sets wolves on the lady for what she does for not picking up dog shit, but a bunch of guys catcall Wednesday Addams, and maybe the thing that bothers me about that is I'm not sure if that would be the quote unquote Addams Family reaction to that situation. Because people cuss out Gomez Addams and he'll just be like, aha, right? Like they're just so fucking nice about everything. And Wednesday was certainly the shittiest of all of them, but they're just always so, like, it just rolls off of them and they don't realize when people are being rude.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe that's what bothers me about that episode. Maybe I like things about it conceptually, but I don't know how I feel about it in relation to the rest of the Addams Family lore. Maybe that's what's getting me. Okay. Let's go ahead and do a rating for this series then. Because, I mean, I thought this was really, really good, and I can't think of much to say about it beyond go check it out, because it's fucking hilarious. Write whatever studio owns the Addams Family and tell them to give Melissa Hunter the character.
Yeah.
This really is the culmination of what I've kind of talked about, where a lot of the times the work the fans do is gonna, at a certain point, it's getting so easy to produce good quality looking fan films that eventually the work the fans are gonna do is gonna be the same visually quality wise as the studios, that we're gonna be excited for fan work more than for studio work, and maybe that's why they freak out and shut fan work down. But this is a prime example of that. This is better written than a lot of the stuff this is just better than a lot of Addams Family stuff. I'd probably rather watch this again than the first Addams Family movie. I like the second more, but that's just me. This is better than the new Addams Family, and I've no idea what they're doing with the license right now, so it's better than anything else they're doing right now. And so this is truly an example of when fan work transcended the studio, and that's really great. So with all that in mind, I'm going to give Adult Wednesday Addams 5 out of 5.
I can't believe you did that.
Oh, that was pretty clever, right? Come on.
Yeah.
Come on.
I'm trying to think. Have we ever given something a 5 out of 5 before?
I think Dragon Ball Z Fall of Men.
Okay. I'll give...
Pretty sure we scored that fairly highly.
I'll give this, for me, I'll give this like I'll give it a 4.5 out of 5. Chained to the bed legs. Or no, buckets of goat blood. That's what I'll do.
Buckets of goat blood. Okay. How exactly do you get half a bucket of goat blood? I just like to question these things.
Well, it's either half full or half empty, depending on how you look at it, so I don't really know.
I suppose Wednesday Addams would look at it half empty.
Yeah.
Just like all things in life. As soon as you're born, you start dying. Anyway, that was fun. I'm glad we got to talk about that one. Rasco, what are we going to talk about next time?
Okay, so the next fan film that we will be reviewing is Generation 1 Hero fan film, and this is a Transformers fan film.
This will be interesting. So let me get the backstory on this, just because we can go a couple extra minutes here. I don't know what we were talking about, but we were like throwing around ideas of like why isn't this a fan film, or why isn't this a fan film, or this is like way too big a concept for a fan film. I'm like, yeah, what the fuck with Transformers fan films? And Rasko was all like, wait, those exist? And then he went and YouTube Google searched or whatever and found one right away, and so that's what we're gonna be talking about, right?
Yep.
Yep. Should be fun. Okay, everyone, thanks very much for watching. Till next time. Bye. Oh wait, shit. Till next time, I'm the Philosopher.
And I'm... Shit, what did I go by last time? I'm still gonna go by the Squampus. I don't fucking care. I'm the Squampus.
And we are your geeky gentlemen. And we will be discussing things. Oh, I forgot my outro.